Today, we welcome you to this heartfelt space where memories live on. Together, we'll honor the legends we've recently lost, celebrate their incredible journeys, and hold their legacies close. We'll also talk about WWE icon, The Rock, who continues to inspire millions of fans through his strength, dedication, and never-give-up spirit. Subscribe now and join our supportive family that keeps their stories alive.
Adrian Adonis, born Keith Franca on September 15, 1954, was an American professional wrestler remembered for his charisma, creativity, and unforgettable presence in the ring. He began his wrestling career in the 1970s, portraying a tough, biker-style persona, complete with leather jackets and a rebellious attitude. This rugged image helped him gain recognition in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and later in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, where he showcased both skill and personality. In the mid-1980s, Adonis reinvented himself with the adorable Adrian Adonis gimmick, a bold and flamboyant character that stood out in a time when wrestling personas were more predictable. Sporting bleached blonde hair and colorful, over-the-top attire, Adonis embraced the role of a villain, delighting crowds with his outrageous antics and sharp wit. His feud with Roddy Piper became legendary, especially through the Piper's Pit segments, which built up to a memorable clash at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, cementing his place in wrestling history. Tragically, Adonis's life and career were cut short when he died in a car accident in Lewisport, Newfoundland, at just 33 years old. Despite his brief career, he left an enduring legacy, remembered for his ability to challenge conventions, entertain fans, and inspire future wrestlers. Adrian Adonis is celebrated not only for his in-ring talent, but for his courage to take risks and bring a unique, vibrant energy to professional wrestling. A true icon whose impact is still felt by fans today. Rocky Johnson, born on August 24, 1944, in Amherst, Nova Scotia, Canada, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a trailblazer and an inspiration. Beginning his wrestling journey in the 1960s, Rocky competed in numerous territories across Canada and the United States, quickly earning a reputation for his athleticism, charisma, and dedication. His talent in the ring, combined with his magnetic personality, made him stand out in a sport that was, at the time, largely dominated by white wrestlers. In the late 1970s, Rocky reached a major milestone in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, when he teamed up with Tony Atlas. Together, they became one of the first African-American tag teams to achieve significant success, capturing the WWF World Tag Team Championship and making history in the process. His in-ring style, blending agility, strength, and showmanship, captivated fans and set a standard for future generations of wrestlers. Beyond his accomplishments as a performer, Rocky Johnson was a mentor and guide for young talent, including his son, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, helping shape the next era of wrestling stars. After retiring in the 1990s, he continued contributing to the wrestling world as a trainer and promoter, sharing his knowledge and passion with those who followed in his footsteps. Rocky's impact on professional wrestling was formally recognized in 2008 when he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. He passed away at the age of 75, leaving behind a legacy of perseverance, talent, and groundbreaking achievements that continue to inspire wrestlers and fans around the world. David Hebner, born on May 17, 1949, was a beloved figure in professional wrestling, remembered for his work both inside the ring as a referee and outside it as a promoter. Over a career that spanned several decades, Hebner became a respected presence in the wrestling world, particularly during the 1980s and 1990s, a period many consider wrestling's golden era. As a referee, Hebner was known for his professionalism, fairness, and keen sense of timing, ensuring that matches flowed smoothly while keeping the wrestlers safe. He officiated for major promotions like the World Wrestling Federation, now WWE, and World Championship Wrestling, becoming a familiar face to fans worldwide. One of the most memorable moments of his career came with the infamous Double Hebner storyline, in which he and his identical twin brother, Earl, both played key roles, creating a shocking and unforgettable twist that fans still talk about today. Outside of officiating, David Hebner was an entrepreneur and promoter, deeply committed to the growth of professional wrestling. He was a strong advocate for wrestlers, striving to ensure they were treated fairly and that their contributions were recognized. His efforts behind the scenes reflected his genuine love for the sport and the community it fostered. David Hebner passed away at the age of 73, leaving behind a legacy of dedication, professionalism, and passion. Fans and colleagues alike remember him fondly, honoring his contributions and the joy he brought to wrestling. His impact on the industry continues to be felt, and his name remains synonymous with respect and excellence in the wrestling world. Mr. Niebla, born José Manuel Guillén on February 22, 1973, was one of Mexico's most beloved professional wrestlers, remembered for his vibrant personality and unforgettable presence in the world of Lucha Libre. From the moment he stepped into the ring in the early 1990s, he stood out for his incredible agility, creative moves, and unique ability to mix athleticism with entertainment. Fans were captivated not just by his high-flying acrobatics, but also by the humor and charisma he brought to every performance. A true master of his craft, Mr. Niebla often wore a distinctive mask that became his signature, honoring the rich traditions of Lucha Libre while also adding a playful, larger-than-life character to his matches. He spent much of his career with Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, CMLL, becoming a cornerstone of their roster and a fan favorite across generations. Whether thrilling audiences with daring maneuvers or making them laugh with his comedic timing, he had an innate ability to connect with fans in a way few wrestlers can. Tragically, the wrestling world lost Mr. Niebla on December 23, 2019, at just 46 years old. His passing left a noticeable void in the Lucha Libre community, but his legacy lives on through the countless wrestlers he inspired and the memories he created for fans. Beyond his skill in the ring, he is remembered for his warmth, passion, and dedication to the art of wrestling, a performer whose spirit continues to shine long after his departure. Billy Graham, born Eldridge Wayne Coleman on June 7, 1943, in Phoenix, Arizona, was a groundbreaking professional wrestler whose charisma and larger-than-life persona changed the way wrestlers presented themselves. Before stepping into the wrestling ring, Graham made a name for himself in bodybuilding, even training alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger, which helped him develop the impressive physique that would define his wrestling career. Making his debut in 1969, he adopted the name Superstar Billy Graham, inspired by the famous evangelist. With his bleached blonde hair, colorful tie-dye outfits, and magnetic personality, Graham quickly stood out from the traditional wrestlers of the era. His promo style, rhythmic, brash, and full of confidence, was revolutionary and influenced generations of wrestlers, including Hulk Hogan, Jesse the Body Ventura, and Ric Flair. In 1977, Graham reached the height of his career by defeating Bruno Sammartino to win the WWF Heavyweight Championship, becoming one of the first heels to hold the title for a lengthy reign. Though injuries and health issues, partly due to steroid use, challenged him later, Graham remained a respected voice in wrestling. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2004, a testament to his lasting impact on the industry. Graham continued to share his insights, stories, and love for wrestling until his passing on May 17, 2023, at 79. Remembered for his flamboyant style, bold promos, and trailblazing spirit, Superstar Billy Graham's influence endures, inspiring countless wrestlers and leaving a permanent mark on the world of professional wrestling. Dwayne Douglas Johnson, universally recognized as The Rock, is one of the most compelling figures in modern entertainment, seamlessly blending athletic excellence, cinematic charisma, and entrepreneurial ingenuity. Born on May 2, 1972 in Hayward, California, Johnson comes from a family deeply rooted in professional wrestling. His father, Rocky Johnson, and grandfather, Peter Maivia, were both celebrated figures in the wrestling world. This lineage instilled in him a profound respect for discipline, physical conditioning, and the art of showmanship from an early age. Standing at an imposing height of 1.93 meters, Johnson's physical presence has always been remarkable. not just for his size, but for the way he uses it to project confidence, authority, and charisma, both inside wrestling arenas and on the silver screen. Beyond his physical attributes, what truly sets Johnson apart is his unwavering work ethic, resilience, and ability to reinvent himself across industries, making him a symbol of perseverance and versatility. From his earliest days playing college football at the University of Miami, where he was part of the 1991 National Championship team, to his breakout moments in the WWE, Johnson's journey has been defined by relentless effort and adaptability, allowing him to overcome obstacles and carve out a career that few could imagine even a decade earlier. His story is as much about personal growth and tenacity as it is about fame and fortune, making him not only an entertainer, but a source of inspiration for millions worldwide. Transition to Hollywood, The Rock becomes a global star. Dwayne Johnson's entry into Hollywood was a natural extension of his larger-than-life persona in the WWE, where he had captivated audiences with his electrifying charisma, sharp wit, and undeniable physical dominance. After dominating wrestling storylines and becoming one of the most celebrated WWE superstars of all time, Johnson transitioned to acting, initially taking on roles that allowed him to showcase both his comedic timing and athletic ability. His first significant break came in 2001 with The Mummy Returns, where he played the formidable Scorpion King, a role that combined action, charisma, and visual spectacle. This performance led to a spin-off film, The Scorpion King, 2002, which was a box office success and effectively marked Johnson's full-fledged entry into Hollywood. Over the years, Johnson built a filmography that is both diverse and commercially successful, appearing in high-octane action franchises such as the Fast and Furious series, where his portrayal of Luke Hobbs injected new energy into the long-running saga, and in family-friendly films like The Game Plan, 2007, and Tooth Fairy, 2010, which allowed him to appeal to a broader audience, including children and families. His ability to seamlessly navigate between action-packed spectacles, comedies, and family films speaks to his adaptability as a performer and his understanding of audience engagement. In addition, Johnson's commitment to performing many of his stunts added authenticity to his roles, further endearing him to fans who admire his dedication to craft. By the mid-2000s, he had become one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood, consistently drawing audiences to theaters worldwide, demonstrating that his appeal extended far beyond the wrestling ring. His work in the Fast and Furious franchise in particular was transformative, allowing him to command international recognition and solidifying his reputation as a versatile actor, capable of leading blockbuster films with energy, charm, and physical presence. Health and fitness, maintaining a larger-than-life presence. One of the most remarkable aspects of Dwayne Johnson's career is his unwavering dedication to maintaining peak physical health and fitness, a commitment that dates back to his earliest wrestling days and has persisted throughout his Hollywood career. From childhood, Johnson was immersed in athletics, initially inspired by his father, Rocky Johnson, a professional wrestler who emphasized discipline and strength, and his own early success as a high school and college football player. While playing football at the University of Miami, Johnson experienced firsthand the rigorous training, strategic discipline, and mental focus required to compete at a high level, lessons that would later inform his approach to wrestling and acting. After transitioning into the WWE, Johnson realized that physical presence was as much about preparation and maintenance as it was about raw size, leading him to adopt an exceptionally structured approach to training and nutrition. His regimen is notoriously demanding, often consisting of multiple workouts per day that integrate weightlifting, high-intensity cardio, agility drills, and functional fitness exercises designed to enhance both strength and endurance. Beyond the gym, Johnson meticulously monitors his diet, adhering to high-protein meals, precise caloric intake, and strategically timed snacks that fuel his rigorous routines. However, this commitment has not come without challenges. Years of football and professional wrestling left him with recurring back issues, joint pain, and occasional muscular injuries that require careful management through physiotherapy, rehabilitation, and preventive care. Johnson has openly discussed these challenges, emphasizing that resilience and self-care are as important as raw physical capability. His transparency in addressing these struggles has humanized him in the eyes of fans, who recognize that even someone with his extraordinary talent and physique must confront and overcome personal limitations. Beyond the physical, Johnson has increasingly spoken about mental health, advocating for stress management, mindfulness, quality sleep, and balancing personal and professional responsibilities, principles that underpin his holistic approach to wellness. By maintaining this disciplined approach, Johnson demonstrates to his followers that success is built on consistent effort, informed decision-making, and resilience, creating an aspirational model for anyone seeking to achieve excellence in fitness, career, or personal development. His openness about his routines, sacrifices, and mental wellness challenges makes him relatable and reinforces the motivational narrative that hard work and persistence can transcend natural talent, ultimately contributing to his reputation not just as an athlete or actor, but as a role model. The business ventures, entrepreneurial success beyond the spotlight. Dwayne Johnson's business acumen is a remarkable complement to his athletic and acting career, reflecting a strategic mind capable of translating fame into enduring financial success. One of his most notable ventures is the co-founding of Teremana, a premium tequila brand. What sets Teremana apart is not just its product quality, but the story behind it. Johnson emphasizes authenticity, craftsmanship, and cultural respect, engaging consumers with a personal narrative that mirrors his brand values of determination, integrity, and hard work. Teremana's rapid growth in the competitive spirits market highlights Johnson's ability to identify opportunities and build a brand that resonates with consumers worldwide, demonstrating his strategic insight into marketing and audience engagement. Beyond Teremana, Johnson has collaborated with Under Armour to launch Project Rock, a line of athletic gear, apparel, and accessories. Project Rock reflects his personal commitment to fitness, motivation, and perseverance, offering products that encourage consumers to push beyond limits while reinforcing the personal ethos that has defined Johnson's career. These products do more than perform a functional role. They embody a philosophy of dedication, effort, and resilience that aligns closely with his public persona, creating a sense of shared identity between Johnson and his audience. Additionally, Johnson co-founded 7 Bucks Productions with his ex-wife, Dani Garcia, a move that illustrates his commitment to creative control and long-term business sustainability. Through 7 Bucks, Johnson has been able to develop film and television projects that align with his personal values, mentor emerging talent, and expand into production, a realm in which many actors struggle to gain meaningful influence. These ventures collectively demonstrate that Johnson's entrepreneurial success is not accidental. It is the product of careful planning, consistent effort, and a willingness to leverage his celebrity platform to build ventures with both commercial viability and personal significance. Financially, these enterprises have solidified Johnson as one of the wealthiest entertainers in the world, with net worth estimates frequently surpassing several $100 million. Unlike celebrities whose fortunes are tied solely to acting or endorsements, Johnson's wealth reflects a diversified portfolio, combining intellectual property, production stakes, brand partnerships, and product lines that continue to generate revenue long-term. Equally notable is how Johnson maintains authenticity in his business endeavors, ensuring that every project, whether in spirits, fitness, or media, aligns with his personal brand and values, reinforcing the notion that financial success and personal integrity can coexist in the high-pressure world of celebrity entrepreneurship. Personal life and family. Balancing fame with family commitments. While Dwayne Johnson's professional accomplishments are extraordinary, his personal life provides insight into the character, values, and emotional grounding behind his public persona. Johnson's first marriage to Dani Garcia, beginning in 1997, ended in 2008. Yet their professional partnership endured, exemplifying mutual respect and collaboration that transcended marital boundaries. A rare and admirable arrangement in the entertainment industry. In 2019, Johnson married Lauren Hashin, with whom he shares 2 daughters, Jasmine and Tiana. His public sharing of family life, often featuring moments of play, celebration, and paternal devotion, allows fans a glimpse into the human side of the global superstar. Johnson's efforts to maintain balance between career obligations and family responsibilities underscore his commitment to being a present and engaged parent, despite the rigorous demands of acting, travel, and business ventures. This dual dedication to career and family has helped cultivate an image of Johnson as not just a powerhouse performer, but a grounded, emotionally responsible individual, showing audiences that prioritizing relationships and well-being is compatible with ambitious professional goals. Fans respond to this aspect of his life with admiration, seeing him as a figure who embodies not only strength and discipline, but empathy, love, and humility. This careful balance also mirrors Johnson's broader life philosophy, where personal values, family connections, and ethical conduct intersect with public achievement, contributing to a more complete understanding of his identity beyond his physical and professional accomplishments. Current health updates and challenges. Despite his continued vitality and athleticism, Johnson's physically demanding career has resulted in long-term considerations that require careful attention and management. Years of high-impact wrestling and physically intensive film roles have left him with back strain, joint pain, and occasional musculoskeletal issues, challenges he has openly discussed in interviews. Johnson emphasizes the importance of preventive care, regular medical checkups, and strategic rest periods, recognizing that sustaining peak performance over decades requires more than just effort. It requires intelligent, proactive health management. He has also spoken candidly about the pressures of maintaining both physical and mental health amid an extremely busy schedule, highlighting the need for mindfulness, proper sleep, stress management, and nutrition. There have been no reports of serious, life-threatening conditions, but the cumulative impact of a career built on physical performance underscores the importance of balance and self-awareness. Themes Johnson often stresses in motivational speeches and social media engagement. His ability to navigate these health challenges while remaining highly active and productive is testament to both resilience and disciplined planning, reinforcing his image as someone who leads by example in prioritizing personal well-being alongside professional success. WWE relationships and speculated tensions. Johnson's wrestling legacy is unparalleled, but his ongoing relationship with WWE has been a subject of considerable speculation. After reaching the pinnacle of WWE success as a full-time performer, Johnson transitioned to part-time appearances, a shift influenced by his burgeoning Hollywood commitments. This transition has occasionally sparked rumors of tension with WWE Chairman Vince McMahon and among other WWE talent who seek screen time and prominence. Some fans and insiders suggest that Johnson's sporadic appearances, while highly publicized, can overshadow emerging talent, creating backstage friction. Despite these speculations, Johnson's periodic returns to WWE, particularly during marquee events such as WrestleMania, consistently generate massive fan enthusiasm and media attention, underscoring the enduring draw of his persona. His ability to command such attention, even without regular participation, highlights the lasting impact of his legacy in professional wrestling and reinforces his status as a figure whose influence transcends full-time involvement. By carefully balancing select appearances with other commitments, Johnson has maintained both his health and his relevance, illustrating strategic career management in a physically demanding and highly competitive industry. Hollywood politics and pay disparity discussions. Johnson's Hollywood career has placed him at the center of broader discussions around industry politics, particularly regarding pay disparity and the distribution of opportunities among actors. High-profile contracts, such as his multi-million-dollar Netflix deal for Red Notice, have drawn attention to the significant earnings gap between established stars and lesser-known performers. While Johnson's contracts reflect his ability to generate revenue and attract audiences, they also highlight systemic inequities within the entertainment industry, where pay does not always correlate directly with effort or contribution. Johnson has navigated this landscape with care, maintaining his public image as approachable and authentic, while acknowledging the realities of operating at the top tier of global celebrity. His engagement in philanthropic activities, public motivational messaging, and advocacy for inclusivity and fairness adds nuance to perceptions of his financial success, presenting him as someone who leverages his position not only for personal gain, but to inspire and uplift others. By balancing commercial achievement with ethical and social considerations, Johnson illustrates that financial power and personal integrity can coexist in a demanding and often opaque industry. Public image and media perception. Despite his universal appeal, Johnson's public image is occasionally scrutinized, particularly because of the high standards set for global celebrities. Critics sometimes argue that his carefully constructed public persona, the disciplined, motivational, larger-than-life figure, feels overly polished, though Johnson's openness about challenges, setbacks, and behind-the-scenes effort mitigates this perception. Media speculation has occasionally centered on reported disagreements with co-stars or production teams, particularly in blockbuster franchises. Yet Johnson consistently emphasizes professionalism, collaboration, and dedication to craft and response. These dynamics reveal the difficulty of maintaining authenticity under constant public scrutiny, where every choice and statement is magnified. Johnson's approach, combining transparency, humor, and humility, has allowed him to maintain a largely positive public image while navigating the inherent pressures of fame. He uses his platform not only to entertain, but also to motivate and mentor, demonstrating that celebrity influence can extend beyond spectacle to meaningful engagement with audiences. Legacy and cultural impact. Dwayne Johnson's legacy is multidimensional, encompassing not just his achievements in wrestling, Hollywood, and in business, but also the cultural influence and inspiration he has generated worldwide. From his early wrestling career, where he helped elevate storylines and engage audiences with charisma and athleticism, to his Hollywood dominance in action, comedy, and family genres, Johnson has continually redefined what it means to be a global superstar. His entrepreneurial ventures extend this influence into business culture, demonstrating the power of branding, discipline, and strategic thinking. Beyond professional achievement, Johnson's personal philosophy, emphasizing resilience, self-discipline, mental and physical wellness, and family values, has inspired millions to pursue personal growth and excellence. Debates surrounding Hollywood politics, WWE relations, or pay disparity do not diminish his broader contributions. Instead, they highlight the complexity and multifaceted nature of a public figure operating at an elite level across multiple industries. By consistently aligning personal values with professional endeavors, Johnson has created a legacy that is enduring, influential, and inspirational, resonating across generations and cultures. Conclusion: The Rock's ongoing journey. Dwayne Johnson's life and career exemplify the power of determination, adaptability, and vision. From a wrestling lineage to global superstardom across multiple domains, he has demonstrated that success is built on disciplined effort, careful planning, and the courage to embrace change. While health challenges, industry politics, and public scrutiny present ongoing considerations, Johnson navigates these with resilience, humor, and integrity, maintaining a balance between personal values, family responsibilities, and professional ambition. His ongoing projects in film, business, and selective wrestling appearances highlight a career defined not merely by achievements, but by continual reinvention and influence. Johnson's story is an enduring example of how talent, discipline, and vision can converge to create a legacy that transcends a single field, inspiring millions to pursue excellence while staying grounded in personal principles and relationships. Through his resilience, authenticity, and commitment to growth, Dwayne Johnson has cemented himself as one of the most significant figures in contemporary entertainment, a model of perseverance and a source of inspiration that will endure for generations.